Hello friends, good morning all of you. Here I am Gadekar Sachin Pandit. Today we are discuss PMR spectroscopy in which we discuss type of coupling, rules of spin-spin coupling, coupling constant J and structural pattern and coupling constant. Okay, so these 4 points discussed in today's lecture. So last lecture yesterday we are discuss a spin of PMR peak, spin coupling. Okay, so in this spin coupling we discuss a ethyl bromide splitting pattern. Okay, or ethyl chloride. Okay, so these ethyl bromide we take a spectrum low resolution to it gives a 2 signal, but it under high resolution we gives a 2 signal split into different. Okay, so this splitting pattern is depends on neighboring groups. Okay, so this splitting pattern is depends on neighboring group, and this is the n plus 1 rule. Okay, so there are different neighboring groups, it gives different splitting pattern in high resolution spectrum. Okay, suppose only one neighboring group at that time splitting pattern one signal to it depends on neighboring group. Suppose HA proton interacts with HB. Okay, so there are only one neighboring groups, so that time n plus 1, n neighboring group 1 plus 1 is equal to 2, means HA split into 2. If two neighboring groups, then they split into 3, triplet. If three neighboring group n plus 1, 3 plus 1 is equal to 4, means it split into 4. Means spin pattern, spin coupling depends on neighboring proton. These we are discussed in last lecture. Okay, so one neighboring group at that time, the splitting pattern is doublet. If two neighboring groups are present, then splitting pattern is triplet. Then three neighboring groups are present to form say quartet, split into 4 quartet. Peak due to HA is interacts with three neighboring proton and it gives a quartet signal split into 4, and its ratio is depends on spin multiplicity. Okay, so again we discuss a Pascal triangle. Pascal triangle in which neighboring proton and spin multiplicity and then relative intensity. Okay, so these discussed in last yesterday lecture. So today we are discuss a types of coupling, different types of coupling. These types of coupling or different types of coupling is depends on interaction with spin coupling with other proton. Okay, so there are three types of coupling. First is the vicinal vicinal coupling, second is the geminal coupling, and third is the long range coupling. Vicinal coupling also called as 1,4 coupling, and geminal coupling also called a 1,3 coupling, and long range coupling also called a 1,5 or 1,6 type of coupling. So first example, vicinal coupling, 1,4 coupling. This is the example of 1,4 coupling. 1 plus hydrogen, 2 carbon, 3 carbon and 4th. Means one hydrogen couples with fourth hydrogen. It is the vicinal coupling or three bond coupling. Okay, so I am showing here dark line. Okay, so this is the vicinal coupling. Next, vicinal coupling, the protons in which occupy 1,4 position with respect to each other, or protons which are attached to adjacent carbon, is known as vicinal coupling. Next is the geminal or 1,3 coupling. When protons attached to the same carbon are coupled, it is known as geminal coupling or 1,3 coupling. Okay, so here represent in dark line geminal coupling. One hydrogen, carbon and hydrogen, similar carbon atom. Okay, so it must be different chemical environment. In geminal coupling, these two hydrogen are not chemically equivalent. Different chemical environment at that time, it split into different types. Okay. Otherwise, same signals are produced. So if chemically equivalent, then they do not split. Third is the long range coupling. In long range coupling, 1,5 coupling or 1,6 coupling, in which when protons are relatively placed at 1,5 or 1,6 position. Here example of benzene. One proton interacts with fifth. It is a long range coupling. And this coupling is known as long range coupling. The long range coupling is not considered in this our syllabus, but this is the information for you. Okay, so long range coupling we discuss in next year or MSc lecture. So next is the rules of spin-spin coupling. Okay, there are few rules for splitting pattern or spin-spin coupling pattern. First rule, coupling occurs between chemically non-equivalent protons only. If they are chemically equivalent, does not spin-spin coupling. Okay, so coupling occurs between chemically non-equivalent proton. Equivalent protons does not couple. Okay, so this is the first rule. Second rule, the multiplicity of peak is given by using n plus 1 rule, and where n is the neighboring proton. Also we use a relative intensity. The relative intensity of peak within a multiplet is given by coefficient terms. Use a coefficient term. We are discussed in this. Coefficient term we use r plus 1 nth or Pascal triangle. Okay. So Pascal triangle used for relative intensity of peak is so easy. Pascal triangle we are discussed in last lecture. Okay, so relative intensity of peak within a multiplet is given by the Pascal triangle. Okay, so it is the so simple. Then fourth rule, the splitting occurs in which way that chemical shift value is not changed. Okay, splitting occurs at that time chemical shift value is the not change. And fifth rule is the protons in highly different chemical environment or heteroatoms. Protons in highly different chemical environments or heteroatoms attached proton does not couple in spin-spin coupling. Suppose example hydroxy, OH, NH, SH, thiol group, amine group, alcoholic groups, these heteroatoms does not couple with other or spin-spin coupling. Heteroatoms means protons is highly different chemical environment does not couples and they split. They not split. Sixth last rule, the separation between peak within multiplet is known as coupling constant. The separation between the peak within a multiplet is known as coupling constant, and these coupling constant represented by J, and it measured in CPS, cycle per second. Okay, so mutually coupled protons have same coupling constant. Coupled proton have same coupling constant. These point were discussed in next slide. Okay, so this is the coupling constant. Okay, so coupling constant is denoted by J, small j. The separation between the peak within a multiplet is known as coupling constant, and these coupling constant represented by J, and it's measured in CPS, cycle per second, or hertz. Okay, mutually coupled protons have same coupling constant. Example, CH3 CH2. Okay, so CH2 couple with CH3 at that time split into quadrate because n plus 1 rule. CH2, its neighboring proton 3, 3 plus 1 4 means 4 split into 4 quadrate. Okay, so in this figure CH3 CH2 Cl, ethyl chloride, A is methyl, B is the CH2. Okay, so methyl is highly shielded as compared to CH2, and CH2 is deshielded because its neighboring highly electronegative chlorine atoms and its peak position observed in downfield, upfield near about 3.4. Okay, so these B split into quadrate and A split into triplet. Okay, so these separation between peak is the coupling constant, and it's measured in CPS or hertz. Next is the, in this table we discuss a structure and its J value. J value is the coupling constant. Okay, coupling constant for some structural pattern. Suppose first is the vicinal coupling, 3 bond coupling. Okay, vicinal alkanes, free rotation about carbon-carbon possible, and its J value coupling constant observed near about 7 to 9 hertz. In second, vicinal coupling in alkene, 3 bond coupling in alkene, presence in double bond. So this is the restricted rotation. First, vicinal coupling rotates, single sigma bond rotates, rotation possible. But in second example, vicinal, there are does not rotate, restricted rotation, not rotate easily because pi bond present. Okay, so this is the cis. Okay, and trans. Okay, if the cis at that time J value is 9 to 12 hertz. If they are trans, vicinal coupling, 3 bond coupling in presence of alkene, remember that point. Vicinal coupling in alkane, its J value is 7.9 hertz. Vicinal coupling in alkene, there are cis and trans. If cis, its J value is 9 to 12, but its trans, vicinal coupling, trans, it gives highest J value near about 13 to 18 hertz. Okay, So next is the geminal coupling. Geminal coupling, a single carbon bond. Its observer is so small, near about little, near about 0 to 3 hertz. Second, orthocoupling. 6, metacoupling, and 7th is the paracoupling. Meta and paracoupling is the long range coupling. Okay, so this long range coupling observed in 0 to 3 hertz, and okay, so this is the structural pattern and J value, chemical shift. Okay, so next lecture we are discuss in some numerical problem and application of PMR spectroscopy and illustration of illustrative example, solve example. So now we are stop here. Thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day.